We have Lalo again. Like overall, the use rate of Lalo was super high, over 50%. So over every second attack was some type of a Lalo attack. But Stars is famous for one type of Lalo, and that is his Blizzard Lalo attacks, which he's rocking in Legend League as well. It seems like, does he want to drop onto the bomb? No, behind the bomb tower. Okay.
Wow. Yeah. Makes it so that the storage is invisible, so he goes straight for the Town Hall. Oh, he goes for the multi. Bomb tower explodes. Come on. He can take it down. Yes. Takes that Town Hall down.
I remember when, like, at some point we were testing bases when I was a player back then. Those were the type of entries where we were saying, like, no one would do that. I mean, this looks kind of cool, but no one would risk that in an actual match, right? Stars is like, don't worry, I got that. I mean, I'm dropping in between the Town of Poison and the bomb tower to have, like, the maximum risk, but he's just pulling it off.
Incredible that he's able to do that. And in this stage of the competition, like you mentioned, with all the pressure on the line, as the Queen's going to move her way towards the bottom, while this ground expo perfectly timed so that the King is tanking the damage, so the Queen can continue moving her way in and slowly get healed up by this Unicorn.
Yeah, the Ice Golem is in there as well in the mix. Surprisingly, he has used now the Ice Golem that the King is tanking. So let's see if that is all planned, but since it's Stars, I think that's, it's the perfect time to explode for the Ice Golem to freeze that defensive Queen. The Queen's charging in, she's going to get the Eagle, I guess, and the bottom side, the Monolith starts shooting, but the Queen should get that core Eagle, and this is just some insane value.
Wow, look at that. The Queen was able to take out the enemy Queen. Stepping up, gonna grab the Eagle with her ability. Down it goes. The defensive range.
Defensive range.
Here it is. Oh!
No way! And the sweeper?
He took her. He took her out as he's moving his way through. What?
I mean, some people are playing Queen charges. Stars is just doing the same value, just with his Queen, so he doesn't care. Back end freezes, he has 3 more freezes. Those defenses are getting no chance of shooting back. And this air defense is the only thing he needs to really worry about, and he's non-stop freezing it. And Stars is doing it in style, doing the Blizzard Queen Charge Lalo into the core of this base.
And look at that, with a free spell to add on top of it. Incredible attack to start off this Clash of Clans World WarmUp Playoff stage. The matches can get close indeed, but PCastro is bringing the Skelly Donut Lalo with the skeleton spells to remove the Monolith, the Clan Castle. One small slip up and they could remain and absolutely wreck the attack, but he successfully takes it down. But it looks like a Tesla farm has popped up towards the scatter in the enemy Queen compartment.
Yeah. Did he try to trigger it, and depending on where this Tesla, or maybe he were expecting a Tesla farm around one of the scatter shots, and he tested if there was, and then going on the other side with the zeros. I'm not really sure if that's the approach, that is the idea behind this.
Maybe.
But either way, so far, this looks pretty good. The Valkyrie, though, is not going into the scatter compartment to like take down skeleton traps, if there are any. But I feel like the majority of traps are anyways on the other side to really make sure this bottom scatter compartment is well protected.
Yeah, with this Queen going in towards the Town Hall, he's trying to take this section down. Gonna have to take out the defending King. And there's an invisibility spell next to the Town Hall as the RC's ability goes off, clears the multi, gonna take down the Expo. But this Queen's under a lot of firepower, so he's gonna be forced to use the invisibility on his own Queen.
Yeah, trying to tank the Warden right now with some of those loons. The invisibility tower behind the Town Hall is going off. It's 1 minute and 30 seconds, and no. Yes, okay, the Queen is coming back. We were never afraid about that, okay? So all planned by PCastro, and this means now the Slammer can move in because he has not used the Siege Machine or something like that just yet, and he can start his Lalo now into this bottom Tesla farm.
He is going straight into the enemy Queen. We got Headhunters. Warden ability is popped to protect the balloons. going through this multi. Queen has been secure, taking her out, but he finds a tornado trap. Look, all the traps were in this area near the bottom. Scatter shot with some Teslas, and those balloons spinning up tremendously.
That's right, they were delayed so much, and the scatter shot was able to deal just so much damage. The top side, does the poison tower shoot again? That's the question. Yes, it does. And this means this Dragon Rider is getting slowed down quite a bit. It's not many defenses left, but it's not many loons either.
He did haste these balloons. They're moving through with this Grand Warden and the Owl. 25 seconds left in the attack. The minion pulls the red air bombs. The balloons are moving in, so they can move around, and it's looking good for PCastro to take down Bernaul's base. And of course, Bernaul, they know very well, as Bernaul was on their team last year.
This time around, we're having an anti-3-star base, a complete different setup.
Yeah, anti-threes with the 10 a little bit towards the bottom. Some balloons being used all around here. Finding a Tesla to the left. Flame Flinger is going to try to clear the top side, but GAKU is doing what he's really been loving, is this Queen Charge recall dragon attack. So the way this works, sending the Queen in to secure the Town Hall so he can wall break the Queen, pulling her back, then using her on the outside of the base, and then sending the dragons in. It's a really strong attack, but you have to get every single part of it properly executed. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard for the dragons to really path their way into the core.
Yeah, the question though is, does Clash Champs prepared for this strategy? Because, and it seems like right now the Queen is having some problems, because this strategy is something GAKU has done a couple of times, and with luring out the Clan Castle, this means now the Flame Finger is under attack. So really great tornado trap right there. Not only costing a healer, but as well luring out the Clan Castle, which takes down the Flame Finger, and now the dragons have to come in. And I'm really wondering if there is maybe an entire set of Black Mines in the core of this base, which would really be a big problem for GAKU.
It would be a problem, but his Queen has been pushed down to the bottom, so she can continue to make her way at the right. Warden's ability's already been used for the core, but the problem is the Lava Hound just now popped, so he can use the poison to help try to clear these pups as the dragons are pushing their way through, but he does invest a Rage Spell for his Queen so she can continue her way through. Remember, no ability here because her ability was used for the Town Hall to be able to ensure to take it down quickly, so he's forced to freeze this Monolith and the World Champion.
Yeah, and only one phrase left, which he has used. The Queen is going down. The Headhunter is a little bit too late. And it looks like this could be the first defense of the match, with a lot of time still left, but not enough power on the troops. The Royal Champion is getting sniped off. And this means the Dragons have to pick up as much percentage as they can.
Yeah, the problem is the Queen using ability wasn't able to use her ability at the end there, which is critical. I've tested and used his attack strategy, tried to use it, or at least replicate what GAKU and these pro players have done. And from my testing, what I learned is if you use the Queen ability, it would be. And, you know, these players have those mind games, especially with their builders who spend so many hours helping build, test, and bring bases to this level of the competition. As PATOLINO is setting this blip in to help secure everything around this Town Hall. The invisibility spell is there. It's up, which is going to be activated. Yep, he's just saying, okay, you know what? Let me take out the king, focus on him first. I have the time, but oh, no! The timing was not right. Oh, no, but the Town Hall? Come on. Come on.
Oh,
no!
What?
Wow.
He got it. I mean, it's a really heavy investment, and it always feels somewhat risky to actually blimp an invisibility tower behind the Town Hall. And I feel like by now we really see a specific meta evolve where we see a lot of invisibility towers with this one Rage Tower on the other side of the Town Hall, kind of really making sure that you're raging those defenses up. Because take a look at that. There's 3 multi-infernal tower getting covered by this Rage Tower. Have fun playing Lalo through that, because your loons are not going to last very long.
They will not indeed, as his heroes are making their way into a Tesla farm with that Royal Champion to the left. He only has 19 balloons total as he's moving through with the rest of this Lalo, so that is not much. And look at the Hound. It went down so quickly. There might be even more Sekirama down the other side. Yes, there are. So he doesn't have too much protection for these balloons now as they're making their way to the core.
And now we see the core. Triple raged up Inferno Tower. No. I mean, and the Tornado Trap to really keep those loons in place and not being able to move in. I can already tell we will see this base a lot of times in Legends.
We will indeed. And that Eagle was even raged up. Like, incredible. Got so much value from that defensive rage. And I'm definitely going to be using the defensive rage a lot more. And as these pro players have been showing how strong it is on defense and how difficult it really is at the end of the day to push through.
Yeah, especially because pros like this Lalo strategy so much. I mean, multi-Inferno Towers were already pretty good to defend Lalo attacks in general on Town of 14, but what is better than an Inferno Tower, a multi-Inferno Tower? Exactly right. Raged up multi-Inferno Tower, and he had 3 of them. And it is, I mean, so far I was right. Clash Gems, 2 box bases, and 1 kind of like, let's call it the GAKU bait base. So, that is actually so cool to see that teams are really specifically trying to bait those players into their comfort attacks and then trying to bait that specific strategies.
A total mind game right there. As a casual viewer, you don't really think about that stuff. You're like, okay, it's a base. Well, is there anything that really goes into it? I'm just copy a base, use it. But at this level of the competition, it really comes down to it. The players take so much time. They've seen the players many, many times. They know the attack strategies, but unfortunately, Bernaul in this one, ability has been forced. Wait, is that a battle drill I'm seeing go straight into the scatter shot here?
That is a really, really cool idea because this means he does not need to invest maybe like a blimper. Queen, you need to go for the tower. Where are you? Okay, raise up, just clear that compartment. Redirect that Queen. Redirect. She's not redirecting.
She wants the Hound. But the wall don't break. Wall, no, the wall broke. Uh-oh, she might go to the builder hut now. Hang on, guys. Hang on. This is going to be a problem. Queen, where are you going? Queen, after she clears this back castle, you know Bernaul wants that Queen to go.
He has the invisibility spell. No, he's not using it.
Queen! Oh.
This is so painful to watch because I know like how this feels. This has happened to me many times. Queen going to the wrong direction, the Queen charge. This is like the worst possible thing for you to happen, and for Bernaul it's happening right now. The Queen is trying to stay alive, but the Lalo now has to get down the town hall and take a look at the spell tower. It's reloading already, so he has to make sure with that right tower he's able to take it down. That's right. And now he somehow has to overpower still the base, and especially trying to pick up percentages.
That Queen, though, she just finally now went down as the RC's making her way through. Oh, the Phoenix clutches that defensive Grand Ward, and that was huge, but it's become a little mini Royal Champion charge as the healers transferred off, but the RC goes down, and the multi on the backside is going to hold. It's going to be a defense here for PCastro and holding NAVI to another 2-star. That is exactly what you need to have a chance at defeating a defending world champion.
That's right. We can see so good how well those 2 teams have prepared on defense. And this is something we have talked about last week already, that a lot of base builders now feel like they have now more impact onto the matches, where on Town of 14 was mainly kind of the attackers messing up.
The small traps, those little baits, like we've mentioned many times, to pull those attackers in. But Leo with a Queen charge, Lalo, starting off with a little Barbarian. And you're probably wondering, why is there a Barbarian being used? Well, it's a test for some Teslas on the outside right next to the storage to help with pathing. So he's like, okay, no Tesla there. I'm okay. Don't have to use any balloons or anything like that.
That's right, and we're seeing the battle drill again. I mean, what is happening? The new siege machine is getting some love from the pros.
Right.
Having double rage tower, so it's an ambitious charge going in there. And remember, Queen Charge Lalo is one of the strategies which is having the highest 1-star rate as well, because with how those box spaces are set up, all the value, all the buildings you do not want to Lalo against are on the opposite side of the town hall, which means you need to charge the opposite side of the town hall and then go for the town hall Lalo, which a lot of times is quite risky.
It is risky as you are trying to make your way over that town hall, but look at this. The ground expo is still up. That was potentially supposed to go down from the battle drill with the Yetis that came out, but it is doing a lot of damage on this queen, but she does take care of that hound as he has another 2 super wall breakers to use.
Yeah, where are those wall breakers coming in? As he's trying to charge into the core, we have the king and that royal champion trying to clear out the top side. Wall break is happening, but there is just so much damage. The raged up queen! His queen died. The raged up defending queen just 2-shot his queen through her ability. That was painful.
No. That is the power of the defensive rage. It does so much, even losing your queen through ability. So now this warden and these balloons have to go through the town hall, but we have a double multi-inferno tower here to help defend for Klaus as warden ability does go up, but he's getting spun around on top of that as he's trying to make his way through.
And now the double multi-inferno tower on the core. Look at that. Those loons are just getting melted. They're going down so quick. There's not much base left, but the problem is there is no troops left. And this means it's another defense for NAVI. Those box spaces are holding strong. And it seems like those rage towers are... I mean, they're just the MVP so far of those defenses. It's crazy. The raged up queen... I mean, that escalated quickly.
It did indeed. And you're going to be taking your screenshots now because you're going to be seeing some of these bases in Legends. You're going to be seeing them in Wars, CWLs. So you're going to want to get your practice on them for sure because it's going to be annoying to face. I know this
is really a huge base building team behind. But, okay, my theory is just not right anymore because that's another kind of diamond base with an exposed tunnel, but I would not like to charge this with this single inferno tower and the invisibility, but Kazuma's like, yeah, don't worry, I got this. The wall break is happening, working great, and this means the queen charge is looking already like a solid opening.
Do you know why the wall break targeted? I would have guessed it would have went around. Is there like a certain amount of walls that's like, okay, I know for sure a wall break's going to target?
It depends if there's another target close by. So, for example, on this one, there's no close compartment. Wall breakers, different to what a lot of people are expecting. They target only compartments which they're close with their buildings being in there. But if there is no specific close compartment, they just target the next closest wall, which happened right here. There's no close compartment, and this is why having every single wall open, not that good a lot of times, because then wall breakers are just working as normal as you just have seen there.
I see. So if like that wall on the left side by that cannon was closed off with the wall breaker, maybe it went over there potentially. But I mean,
yes.
You could add to that it would have. Wow. See, that's a small little thing. I wouldn't know, as I would have been like, my wall breaker's gonna go crazy. But either way, Kazuma charges into the enemy queen, takes her down, as this queen's gonna continue her way, but the monolith is locking onto the queen. Be careful. I said it.
He's using the ability early. He knows what is happening.
Come on, Kazuma is making his way around, but he's keeping that queen invisible so she can continue to take out this mono, and she does.
That was really, really impressive how he charged in there. We know how tricky it is to charge versus those raged up defenses and a monolith. But the Dragon Riders, I'm not sure. They just feel like they're just taken care of too quickly. The Queen, though, is still going strong. He has one freeze to save whatever he would like. And maybe that's just freezing the backhand scatter with that Royal Chamber. But there's the Headhunter coming in. Is the timing perfect?
Timing is everything.
Yes!
It slows her down just enough, and he takes down that Royal Champion. But the Dragon Riders, they've all disappeared. They're gone. Oh, no. Wow. And the Queen's gone,
yeah,
too.
this is where you can really see kind of the non-existing level for Dragon Riders on Town Hall 15. The power is just not enough, even though we have to say this charge was super impressive, how he pulled that off.
So he used the Wooden ability very early, and if he saved the Wooden ability maybe for later, that could have made a big difference moving into that top compartment, as now Loopzera is in with a Queen to charge Lalo.
Yeah, you have said it perfectly in the beginning, where on Town Hall 15 it feels like every single match is coming down to those last couple of attacks, because there could be always a 1-star happening, there could be always like a 3-star happening to turn a match around, because they are typically that close. So let's take a look at this next Queen charge. We know it is risky, especially Carbon with that invisibility tower next to the Town Hall.
Oh man, that invisibility tower next to a Town Hall is going to be nasty, as this Queen is charging into this Eagle artillery to help take this down. It makes it invisible, so the Queen forces her way to the right side. Oh no! Oh, Queen ability. No more Queen ability in this attack is going to be, it's going to be so tough to charge.
It's going to be really painful. I mean, he's trying to spread the damage now with like sending in the King early to tank the scatter shot, for example. But this is going to be rough. He's going to charge into the core where there is the Monolith, which is always a big threat to your Queen. And I mean, if the Rage Tower is reloading, those multi-inferno towers are kind of turning into quite like a big threat to a Queen charge as well. So he has to be really careful. Really great Coco Loon to take down that Black Mine. Now the question is, King ability, Royal Champ, can they take those buildings out? The wall breaks are happening, the Rage is happening on defense. He has to freeze, and that Queen is having a lot of problems.
As this Queen, she does make her way into the core. This is like huge value. Look at this. And he pops the ward ability early. So the blimp goes to the Town Hall and he rages it up. So it tries to take it down very quickly, and he does secure the Town Hall, and the invisibility spell goes off, which doesn't matter because the Town Hall has been secured as the balloons need to move around the poison. But the Queen is dead, as he now has to make his way into the defensive Queen. But there is a Tassiform waiting for him with a scatter shot there and no more spells.
Yeah, losing this Queen ability early was such a big game changer. I feel like with the Queen ability on the back end versus the defending Queen and everything, this would have been probably a 3-star, right? I mean, he would have got the scatter shot, the defending Queen, everything. So the plan looked for sure solid, but I feel like with Queen charges nowadays on Town Hall 15, they're just so punishing. It's the same thing, what was a positive thing on Town Hall 14 with like, you can just have a lot of mistakes and still bring a Queen charge through and do the 3-star. It's kind of the complete opposite of Town Hall 15, because the Queen charges feel like they're the most punishing attacks. When like something is going wrong, it is just so hard to save those attacks. And this is really something we've seen in this match so far. Both teams really heavily prioritizing those Queen charges.
The final attacker that's coming in for NAVI, and they do have a percentage lead. Of course, it is Klaus. He triples, they win.
This sounds quite easy, right? I mean, just 3-star and you win. It's that simple. I mean, it couldn't get any easier than that.
But he's off with that King. Off to the right side. And we have 5 freezes with this Lalu and a heal spell here too. But he's determined to bring the log launcher in the mix.
That's right. He loves those log launcher hero dives where he's just so good at like somehow calculating the damage he deals and the value he gets, and he's actually using it to snipe out that multi-inferno tower, opening up the walls, dealing damage to those buildings. And I mean, he's opening the walls for the Royal Champion, but is that really worth it? I mean, I would never question Klaus, but Log Launcher is dealing quite some nice damage.
Oh, you know what? My thought here is he sends the Royal Champion to take the multi so the Log Launcher stays alive. It allows the logs to make it to activating the invisibility spell. That's my guess. You know, because since the multi went down faster, it allowed it to stay up longer so it could then get closer to the Town Hall and activating the invis.
I think you're 100% right on this one. I didn't even took a look at that invisibility tower. That was just genius, making sure that spell tower is triggered early. He does not need to invest any spells then into actually freezing it or anything like that. Now using the heal into the back-end compartment, and this is looking just so good. We're at the red mines though. There's the first couple of red mines popping up. The loons in the core are taking a heavy hit, but he has just so many spells left.
He does! He has also a ton of balloons to use and crushing his way through the backside. But what a perfect log launcher to move through. The multi go down early due to the Royal Champion so that it can get closer to that Town Hall and take it down, or at least activate the invis. Not to take it down, but just to activate it so that the balloons can target the Town Hall. What a brilliant plan here from Klaus. It is incredibly strong at defense as we're seeing it on Stars' defense here with that Rage. Up next to the Eagle, the multi, the other multi, and the third multi as CELINHO is coming in with a Queen charge to the top side, wall breaking his way up there so the Queen can try to make it her way into the scatter, then eventually maybe into the core with triple wall breaks. It's going to be a long way for that Queen to make it. But we have a defensive poison spot tower next to this Town Hall, so that activates on any set of balloons. They are going down fast. But we have to keep our eye on this Queen, and we can't lose her like some other attacks, which if you lose that Queen, the attack's almost over.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I see a setup like this, I have to think about raged up Bitter Huts, because the healing is getting raged up as well, right? It kind of works as you're raging up a healer. The healing is getting more efficient. So I would like to see at some point the Bitter Huts having a level where if you're raging up 5 Bitter Huts, the Queen can like not take down the building because it's getting healed so quickly. That would be just so funny to build like troll bases and everything. But we're getting into the heat of the attack where he's about to charge this in a core of the Town Hall, of the base, trying to take down all of those multi-front tower compartments and the Eagle.
And he's starting a Lalo from the complete opposite side. Early warded ability. So the Blimp can try to go to that Town Hall as the poison got tossed to the RC. Queen's charging. Lalo's coming. Such a lot of multitasking happening at the same time. He's trying to path his way through, but the balloons are almost gone. Like, there's no more. No more Lalo here, but can his Queen finish off this base?
The Queen and a mission. Can she somehow make it? I feel like the multi-front tower, though, is out of reach. The Queen is getting wall break into the scatter compartment, but that multi-front tower has to go down somehow.
With Queen ability, he's got to freeze. Is he going to invest it on the multi so the Warden takes it down and lets the Queen use ability through that final section? Yes, that's exactly what he does. And the Warden's going to take... Wait, there's one more wall break for this Queen. No, the scatter shot locks directly onto it.
The multi-front tower has 0 hit points. No way.
Oh my.
He's trying to push everything in there. I mean, the healers are getting targeted right now. Maybe the Phoenix? The Phoenix has to be the MVP.
Yeah. It has to. The Queen. Come on, Phoenix, go!
Fly, Phoenix!
Come on! No! What? The sinking air mine ends the dream of the Phoenix! But can the Queen just get through the wall with a few seconds left? Yes! Oh, she does! It's still a 3-star!